my god, I can't believe it's been like 3 years since I started my Tret journey. My skin is just giving, like it's really showing, you know. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My previous video I talked about my acne journey and how I finally cleared my skin after a while trying different things. So if for those who watched the video and didn't finish, or those who didn't watch the video, basically the key ingredients that cleared my skin was Tretinion. So in this video, in the follow-up, I'm back again to give a little deep dive into how I use Tretinion to clear my skin. I'll also be dropping some beginner tips and also my nighttime skincare routine where I use Tret, and we'll just get straight into it. It's been 3 years since I started using Tret on my face, so I think I'm in the right position to be making this video and to be giving like this kind of advice. I mean so basically Tret has been around for a very long time, and those who know skincare will agree with me when I say that it's literally like the goats of skincare. Like, it does everything. That's where I see that, my opinion. If you disagree, well, it does dark spots, it does collagen, it does skin texture, it minimizes UV rays for anti-aging and reducing wrinkles and fine lines. It protects your skin, it increases the thickness of your skin, it helps with the lasting, and guess what, it does all these things incredibly well. In my opinion, it's an all-rounder for real. That's the way I see it. And it's one of those skincare ingredients that is foundationally studied. Like, there's a lot of research on Tret. That's why I actually believe that it is a very reliable skincare ingredient, and it will continue to be a reliable skincare ingredient for years to come. If there's one thing I've learned about skincare, is there's no rules to skincare. That's why it's very important to do research and figure out what works for you. Even if you find a specific ingredient, you have to do your research to figure out how you use it, because the way I will use it now will not be the way you will use it and you get the same result. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So basically, research is key. Research is key. That's what I'm saying. As much as Tret is amazing, there's also downsides to Tret, and the major ones that I'll also discuss about that, because I can't just give you the good side and leave out the, you know, so you don't be caught unaware. Tret can be very irritating. That's why it's something that you should use caution for. It has a tendency to be very irritating to the skin.
You know what they say, this grace power comes grace.
Basically, it requires lots of caution when you're using it because it's very strong. Normally, you can get Tretinion with prescription. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get prescription. Like, you go to a dermatologist, they will prescribe retinol for you, you know. But these days, I find that you can actually get it over the counter. Like, some beauty stores do sell Tretinion over the counter, like do different brands and everything. So, but meaning what I'm trying to say is these days it's kind of easy to get your hands on. There are different percentages of Tretinion. There's the lowest being 0.025, 0.05, then highest 0.1, and they both come in cream or gel form. And thankfully, I have actually, this is the Minari brand. Is it Minari? Yeah, Minarini brand, and this one I've been using for a very long time now, mainly because it's very affordable and it's also quite effective. I have both the 0.05. Both of them are gels. I don't have the cream here. 0.05, and then this is the 0.1. I just have both of them from days I just, I've been in this thing for a long time. So, well, you don't need this much stress. You don't need to. You just get one, and it's always best to start lower, then gradually build up. Like, even if your skin is not so sensitive, it's always advisable to ease into it. You can start with the 0.025. Use it like 2-3 times a week before you now gradually build up. Sometimes I could use it five days a week and take 2 days off for recovery. So it's always important to just let your skin adjust and be patient. And another thing we will discuss as an important part of using Tret is the purging. I'm sure you must have heard about this from, like, if you've heard about Tret, then you also know about this, the skin purging. Basically, when you start using Tret and you have acne, there's a tendency for your acne to get worse before it starts getting better. And during this time, people do generally give up. It's like, oh, this thing is okay, it's making everything worse, they run away. And I experienced it. This purging period usually takes from 2 to 6 weeks, and mine took about 3 to 4 weeks. Like, and during that time, I guess it must have been, maybe it didn't affect me as much, because if you watch my previous video, I said there was a time in my life when I stopped looking at the mirror as much. And I've seen countless, like even my friends, when I tell them use Tret, and they're like, oh, but that like purging thing, they don't want to be breaking out like that, you know, they don't want people to be asking them what's wrong with your face, and you not be explaining. Like, I understand, but at the same time, I don't know, I can only encourage you to be patient and consistent, because I know it's not easy. People will talk, but it's not easy. You just have to be patient and consistent, and you have to want that bad. That's the thing. If you want to use Tret and you want to use it all the way to actually reach the point where you see results, you just have to want it that bad. Like, it's not magic. It takes time. I think before I properly started seeing results, it took about 6 months, if not more. But it's a gradual thing. You get, like, day by day, you notice your skin getting better. And to help things matter, like, I really do like this mirror thing, like looking always so hyper fixated on what is going on your face. By the time you take a step back, you know, there's one thing about human beings. Looking at a mirror, you know what you look like. But if you step away from the mirror, you forget what you look like. I don't know if you understand what I mean. It's hard for us to remember our appearance, like our actual futures, except you're looking like it's reflected back in the mirror. What I'm trying to say is that this whole going to the mirror to look closely at yourself, to spot all your imperfections, if you take a break from that, like, and just mindlessly do these things with patience and consistency, it will work for you. That's the only advice I can give, because it worked for me. So you should just find what works best for you, to just help yourself to be patient and consistent, so you can actually see the full results of using Tret. I've seen results, and I'm just here to share. So a beginner tip, to help further like reduce the tendency for your skin to be irritated, you could try the sandwich method. This is, like, many people have practiced this method. When I started using Tret, I didn't do this, but I do this now. Funny enough, there's no like whether you're beginning or you're, as I say, skincare, you figure it out on your own, figure out what works best for you. So basically, sandwich method is like moisturizer first, Tret, then moisturizer on top, because you're trying to protect your skin from being irritated, and it works. It's not going to inhibit the strength of the Tret. Tret is a very powerful skin ingredient, and it works. Maybe you put it on your face, like, you don't need too much, you don't need too many skincare products in that same routine. And I keep telling people, when you're using Tret, keep your skincare routine as simple as possible. More is less. In my previous video, I put a link in the description on actual dermatologists talking about these skincare ingredients that apparently you can't mix, and what, like, you know, the conflicts and everything. And there was something I actually noticed. Most of these things that they say you can't mix, like H's and retinols and all that, is not that you can't do it, because these are very powerful skincare ingredients. Like, using them together will probably like, well, but there's a high chance of your skin being irritated. But like I said, the thing about skincare rules is that there are basically no rules. It's for you to do your research. I keep hammering on this because it's very important to know the extent or your limits, how much your skin can take. Basically, if your skin is very sensitive, you know better. Do you understand what I'm trying to say now? Skincare is different for everybody, so do your research. Know your skin better than, if anybody's supposed to know your skin, it's supposed to be you. I keep saying this because it's true. Trust your skin, know yourself, test out things. You never know what will actually work for you, and I keep doing it till today. Like, I just try out different things and see what works better for me. I have other skincare ingredients. I also use AHAs, BHAs. I have them, but because my skin around my nose tends to get like very irritated easily, I do skin cycling. That's a way that I actually try to include all my skincare ingredients in like a routine that works best for me. It's a 4-day process. First, chemical exfoliant, day 1, day 2, my Tret, day 3, hydration and recovery, day 4, hydration and recovery. I love this routine because it just targets skin recovery, and it's very effective and efficient. Like, I don't have to be using everything in one night. It keeps my routine simple. It's just very steady, and I love it for that. So I'm actually now going to show you guys my nighttime skincare routine, like where I actually use Tret and how I use it with the rest of my products. Well, me, I'm very tired. I've had a long day, but I have to finish what I started. So yeah, this is my this is my skincare box. So first things first, what I usually do, and a step that I never miss these days, especially when I'm using sunscreen, I always double cleanse. I've used several double cleansers from if you I have a video on rating my skincare products in a nutshell. I was using the Beauty of Juicing one back then, but I've recently switched up to this one, no, softening mode speedy cleansing oil. I've heard a lot about this, seen it a lot on TikTok, so I was like, oh, let me try. It's not bad. It's not bad. So I just take 2 pumps, clean hands, of course, 2 pumps of this. Then I just massage it into my face. And I think this is actually like perfect time to do this video because I've been breaking out a lot. Like I have breakouts here, my forehead here. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's what I'm struggling with. So I do this for about let's say until I feel like I've really massaged this area. Like sometimes the range is sometimes 1 minute, sometimes if I'm feeling lazy, 2 minutes. Lazy to move on to the next step because it's actually so enjoyable because the oil is soft to touch. So it's so easy to like just keep on rubbing and rubbing here, But after a while, I put a little warm water and emulsify. If I wash it all off, then move to the next step. So then with a freshly washed face, I go with a double cleanser now. I used Face Facts. I used to use CeraVe before, but I recently switched to Face Facts. No serious reason, it's cheaper. And I don't really put much like importance because the only way face for it, I've put way too much. You don't need to use this much, but switch is on. Then foam it up and I cleanse for 1 minute, 60 seconds is like the standard the standard time. And when you do it that way, you actually feel like your skin has been properly cleaned. So that's why I do. Applying anything. Yeah. Now I'm done cleansing. I usually dry my face with a paper towel. I don't use actual towels because there's a lot of bacteria in towels. I prefer to use a paper towel. Just tap once. My face is already relatively air dried already, so there's not much to tap about. Then I told you guys earlier about the sandwich method, the moisturizer first, then the Tret second, then another moisturizer on top. So what I usually do, I don't use moisturizer first. I usually use hyaluronic acid, and my favorite at the moment is this one is almost finished, but this is my go-to. So this is the hyaluronic acid. It has 7 types of hyaluronic acid, and it's very hydrating. I love it. I like the size. I like the texture. It's very hydrating. So I just go with this on damp skin, and just before I use my Tret. So after I've put that on, it's time for the Tret. Since I'm going to be using the 0.05 this time around because I want to, and normally you're not meant to use too much. Too much doesn't mean it's going to work more, just a lower P size. But me, I just prefer to open P size. I like to just spread it around everywhere. But at the same time, I just try not to use too much because I don't know. I don't want to be irritated. No matter how far you are into it, Tret is a very powerful ingredient. You don't want to be. I avoid my eye area, and you should too. It doesn't look like you have done much, but don't worry, you've done enough. You don't need to stress yourself, okay? To work for you, just be patient and persistent. One time is not the magic. You have to just keep using it. Normally, they will say wait some time, wait some moments, some 30. There's one I saw 30 minutes in one research I was reading. And I was like, some people don't have 30 minutes to wait around. People are busy, even at night. So I just go ahead with my moisturizer. I use CeraVe actually, and sometimes I use this Face Fat Ceramide moisturizing gel cream. But to be honest, it's quite thick, so I'm going to go with CeraVe today. Just take that and just. So this is sandwich method now. I use hyaluronic acid, but you can use moisturizer. You can go on moisturizer first, like I've explained. But basically done. You don't need to do too much. Like I said, when you're using Tret, keep keep your routine as simple as possible. That's the key. As simple, more is less when you're using Tret. And next up, to be honest, I don't really know about this step, and I'm not going to advise like, oh, I know what's best for your skin. But basically, what I do after I do all this, I like to go in with an oil, like a face oil. I do this because I just generally like the feelings of oils in my face, and there's this like thing that people have, that they think that when you have acne and you put oil on your face, you're giving yourself more acne. While this may be true, but I feel like it generally depends on the type of oil you're using, because some oils can actually clog your pores and clog your pores and cause more breakouts, while some may actually help with your acne. My personal favorite oil like to be using on my face is jojoba oil. I mostly use the one from Avila. They're like a natural skincare brand, Avila Naturals. But recently, this one I just got it. I can see it's very full. It is Sar Beauty Skincare jojoba oil. I won't say it's, I won't like oh, it's going to change, it does anything special. I just like the feeling of using it on my face. So I just go drop one. I can't really see what I'm doing, but I just hope it's turning out right. And I'm basically done. That's my skincare routine for when I'm using Tret. My Tret night is as simple as that. Everything. So I'm done. It's true. I've been like trying to master the habit of rubbing skincare on my hands. I heard it's very good. Like, so your hands and your face like are uniformed, like both when you're aging, like so you don't be having like youthful skin and your hands are wrinkled. Yet. So thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something. I hope to give you something, and I'll keep going. So I will see you guys next week. And if you like what you saw, if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment anything you want to see. I'm here to listen to you. Share to people who you think may want to see this video. Thank you guys for supporting me so far. I really appreciate it. I really do, and I try my best to keep like being consistent, to keep doing. So thank you all. Like, yeah, good night, bye.
Okay guys, so you drink this twice a day, you have a very nice glowing skin. Rub this thing plenty on your face, plenty. Your skin will pop. But the holy grail of the holy grail, you guys, you all know, but you already know this thing. It's not like you don't know this thing, but I want to show you just so that I don't look as if I'm greedy. I don't get to keep over here. This and this, bam.